What's up, Scorpio? Let's see what the messages are for the next 48. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, Scorpio placements. All right. And you guys start off with the Five of Swords, the High Priestess, Two of Pentacles, the Hermit. And you have the Six of Cups, Page of Pentacles, Eight of Cups. You guys could have an air placement or be dealing with an air sign, Gemini, Libra, Aquarius. All of the air signs got this Eight of Cups here, okay? So I don't know if there's just like the energy or where we are in the moon. I believe we're in a Libra moon. So this is all about balance. This is all about, like, I'm hearing placing judgment, right? But from a perspective of righteous judgment, justice, you know? So with that Six of Cups, that Page of Pentacles, and the Eight of Cups, some of you guys could be walking away from, like, somebody that you've known for a really long time, or this could be a mindset here, okay? Whether this is in the next 48 hours, there's like a belief system that is completely deconstructed, maybe over time, and then finally you're like, yeah, this isn't for me. So this is like unlearning something that you learned as a child. Maybe you've utilized and applied in your life as an adult, but it's not something you believe anymore. Okay, so yeah, you guys, with that Eight of Cups to the Five of Pentacles, you could be leaving something behind. And again, this feels like some of you guys could be leaving a religion, something you don't believe in anymore, okay? Some of you guys could be maybe distancing yourself from family because maybe their belief system isn't your belief system. This could be political, like you could have different political views, but I don't know. It just feels like whatever this is, essentially, you're doing this to set your own balance. Sorry, to balance out your scales with the Six of Pentacles here, okay? So again, a lot of you guys feel like you're moving in the right direction by removing yourself from something that you've come to believe to be true and have recently found out that it may be true, it's just not your truth, okay? Five of Swords in the next 48. You guys could be in competition. I'm hearing with yourselves, okay? You guys could be deconstructing yourselves. Like I said, there's a deconstructed mindset or belief system here. So it just feels like you guys are taking yourselves apart, okay? And I feel like when you take something apart, right? Hopefully the tendency is to put it back together. And that's what it feels like here. It feels like in the next 48, you guys could feel like you're all over the place, okay? Whether this is thoughts, whether this is you learning about something new, a new belief system, a new something, right? You could be getting a new bout of information and you just kind of like, but this, that, and the other. So again, but it does feel like you guys are taking yourselves apart to put yourselves back together, okay? Some of you guys could be on a fitness journey. Some of you guys could be trying to get yourselves a better job or put yourselves in a better situation here, right? But you're like, okay, in order for me to be better, or at least be in a better position or situation, I got to be better. So what does that entail, right? So in a way, like, think about like mold, right? Like sculptors, they start off with like this blob, right? Not to say you're a blob, but like I feel like someone's seeing it like that. You're like, okay, I'm a blob of clay. Now, what am I going to make out of myself? So some of you guys right now, that's your mindset here in the next 48, or it has been. And this is like your main focus is what I'm picking up on. And my nose is itching like crazy. Some of you guys could be dealing with allergies. But yeah, it just feels like you guys are genuinely, and you see how this hand here, he's holding on the sword. That reminds me of the Ace of Swords. You guys are holding on to truth. You're holding on to clarity. You're like, no, like I truly believe this, okay? And there are a lot of swords around you, as it is the Five of Swords. But it just feels like this is everybody's, like, this is what your parents think, right? This is their logic. This is your friend's logic. This is society's logic. It's like every sword is a representation of somebody else's opinion and thought process, and you're holding on to your own. Okay, and so that's you guys standing in your convictions here in the next 48 hours, trying to put yourselves back together and make yourselves a better version than what you were before. High Priestess, your intuition is coming in clutch here in the next 48 hours, okay? So there's a level of spiritual connotation attached to whatever it is that you're doing. You guys could be praying. You guys could be meditating. You guys could be looking up videos on spiritual meditation, guided meditation. Some of you guys are seeing certain spirit animals. Some of you guys are seeing repeating numbers. So there is a level of spirituality that's tied to this Five of Swords energy, especially if you are resonating right now with the idea of pulling yourself apart to put yourself back together, right? So again, it just feels like as you deconstruct whatever versions of yourselves that you're trying to get rid of, it does feel like you guys, again, you could be praying, right? Like, doing something like this is hard. This could be a dark night of the soul for some of you. And so when we go through dark nights of the soul, guess what? There is more praying, there is more meditating, there is more level of wanting to understand purpose and the value behind that, right? Learning what the value behind purpose and peace is. Okay. And so I truly do see that you guys are on some sort of journey here of self-discovery, possibly in the next 48. And I feel like your intuition, you guys could be getting dreams. You guys could be getting like some sort of like lyrical messages. Okay, there's some sort of coincidence that happens in the next 48 hours for some of you where you're like, oh dang, like I was just thinking about that 555, as I said, that is you guys aligning with your higher self, because your higher self right now sees that you're in this, you're not in a vulnerable state, but you kind of are, because you can kind of be swayed to do kind of whatever at this point, right? So it's like, I'm hearing a desperate man calls for desperate measures. When we get to a point when we're just like, I feel like we're at rock bottom, feel like there's nowhere else we can go, nowhere else we can turn. Good versus evil is a real thing, right? Because what, depending what you believe in, God, devil, the universe, whatever you believe in, right? The good is after you just as much as like the bad is after you. So at this point in time, you're best and wise to just follow your intuition on the things that you feel best to do, and try not to be so so hard on yourselves. Okay, give yourself some grace during this time. High Priestess, Two of Pentacles. Some of you guys are not going to want to believe the intuition that you're getting, like the intuitive messages here. Okay, this right here, this individual is staring at this man. That's your guide. You guys right now are being protected during this time because it is a very sensitive time. A lot of you guys could feel like your lives are falling apart. So I do feel like a tower moment, right? But this is all for the betterment of you. So like if you're losing money, if you're losing sleep, if you're losing things that you worked really hard for, good. Because this is what's going to bring you to your creator one way or another. You believe the universe created you? Awesome. It's going to bring you closer. You believe God created you? Awesome. It's going to bring you closer to God. Okay, that's what this is about. Bringing you closer to your higher self so that you can reach your highest timeline. A lot of you guys have been blessed with financial opportunities well before you understood the value of what it is, but like the true value. But some of you guys could have gotten lost in the sauce is what I'm hearing. And so it's like, what happens when we lose everything? We turn to prayer, we turn to God, we turn to whatever it is that we believe in. So some of you guys believe that you're self-made, and that's fine, because to a degree you are. But yeah, there is something here about like your intuition could be telling you and you're like, I don't know, do I trust it? Do I trust it? And Spirit's saying, yes, trust it. Okay. Some of you guys are going to be going into hermit mode in the next 48 hours. Outside of that, others of you, you could be juggling in the next 48. Okay. I feel like you've got things you need to do and you may not be prioritizing them. So don't let these, don't let the imbalances get to be too much. You know what I mean? Try to keep things as balanced as possible in the next 48 hours. You know, he's got like a little bit of a worried look on his face, but he's just trying to keep things together. But again, you're like, some of you guys could be choosing what's going to be a better option or alternative for you. Some of you guys could be choosing between jobs. You could be choosing between locations. You could be choosing between one thing and another thing here in the next 48 hours. But again, this is about alignment. This is about the betterment of you, okay? Some of you, because you're in that state of having to make a decision, you are in hermit mode, or you will be. I feel like in the next 48 hours, you guys could be really looking at your choices here. You could also be looking at where you are. You could be looking at a lot of things, okay? You see how he's like clearly like inspecting that, or thoroughly inspecting what looks like a seashell here, okay? So again, it's like, make sure that if this is you guys having to sign documents in the next 48 hours, make sure that you are like going through it, okay? Don't just sign things just to sign them. Like really pay attention to what you're signing. Pay attention to what you're getting yourselves into, okay? But yeah, some of you guys are just going to be spending time alone here in the next 48 hours. You're like, I don't really need to be around people. Again, there's a decision to be made, and you're like, yeah, I kind of need to be away from energies right now, because I need to figure out which path I'm going to be walking down, okay? With that Eight of Cups. So that's what I have for you, Scorpio. Hopefully this helps and resonates. Catch you in the next one.